You are offered $10 million if you can name an inanimate object that nobody in human history has ever used in a sexual way. What is your answer? Pretty much anything industrial and underwater. I doubt anyone's ever ducked a deep-sea internet cable, for instance. I'd have to go with something like bottle of hydrosulfuric acid. It's hard to get and dangerous if you have it. Anyone who obtained it would know enough not to duck with it. Pun intended. Easy. You just have to name a specific object instead of a group/type. Like instead of saying dead children, you say the dead child in my basement. You can be pretty sure that you're the only one who's going to duck it. And nobody ever ducked that dead child. My driver's license. I'm pretty much the only person who sees it, and it's within 10 feet of me at all times. The Sputnik satellite. It was built in a constantly recorded and monitored clean room and launched into space. Was never not under guard. So unless aliens screwed on it, it's never been used in a sexual way. This quote from The Unbearable Lightness of Being by Milan Kundera fits perfectly here. Only the most naive of questions are truly serious. They are the questions with no answers. A question with no answer is a barrier that cannot be breached. In other words, it is questions with no answers that set the limit of human possibilities. Describe the boundaries of human existence. This is very ducked up but true. The ashes of people burned at the Auschwitz concentration camp. It's weird. My choice was a rock. But everyone else says rocks on Mars. Who the duck is having sex with rocks on Earth? Light bulbs. I know I'm wrong. But someone is going to have to Google it and live with that image for the rest of their lives. A star from a galaxy farther than the Andromeda. I don't know if humans have even reached the Andromeda yet. You just have to pick something rare that people can't get their hands on. I would try going through the planets. And then move on to naming stars. I would certainly have to go with a bear trap. I find it highly unlikely that anybody would use a bear trap for sexual intercourse, nonetheless clitoral stimulation. Some extremely unstable heavy element exists for a couple picoseconds, and there's only ever a few atoms of it. Dark matter probably. Humans haven't even detected ice so far, so where can I leave my credit card info? One of the various asteroids invisible to the naked eye from Earth. It's best to use one just recently discovered. I've just spent 10 minutes trying to think of either the most innocuous, ridiculous, revolting or inappropriate. I've got nothing. Everything from a spiral-bound notebook to maggots. Knowing there are so many weirdos in the world makes this very difficult. Be careful, y'all. Sexual sadistic and serial killers exist. Just because it's dangerous doesn't mean nobody got off using it. There's a big ball of high-energy plasma we circle around. Doubt anyone's ever put it in their butt. An inanimate object, you say? So can I be really specific and say the processor box that is currently sitting on top of my wardrobe, that I got when I bought my new processor? It's inanimate. And this specific item has never been used sexually in any history, as it is new. Declaration of Independence. Nicolas Cage may try though. I think they made a movie about it. It may be morbid, but it counts. My arm. Cut off at the elbow. Obviously someone has used an amputated arm. But no one has used my arm. People are naming random objects and such they owned. How about specific houses? I'm pretty sure no one's tried to have sex with some famous houses. If it's $10, 000 per named inanimate object, then I'm giving every celestial body that has ever been discovered. Then I'll ruin the economy with uber inflation. It is easy to do so long as you just name a specific object. Saying a water bottle obviously doesn't work. Saying something like the water bottle on my desk is an easier example. The trick to this question would be having to choose something very specific or personal like my wardrobe or the as long as it's specific. This is simplistic enough. Any star in which blinked out of life long enough ago that its light stopped reaching Earth before humans showed up. A fossilized leaf. A cloud. A particular rock I found earlier. The exact one. Birth control pills, modern history chastity belts, mid-history Medusa coins, ancient history. A double-edged knife. The blade part OFC? Or any sword blade. Surely no one has used those in a sexual way. Does a sharp sword count? From what I know, no sane or insane human being has ever tried to use a sword in a sexual way. I hope. I would feel pretty confident about a chair that I built myself. Unless of course someone broke into my house and raped my chair. I would probably pick one of the billion or so most recently photographed stars. I could just pick one at random. Name it No Wanking 7 and cash the check. One of those tube worms that lives along the edge of volcanic vents at the bottom of the ocean. The most recent star to form so far in the universe. The odds are overwhelming that we can't even see it right now.